is a rose. Who knows? It's only just out of reach, down the block, on a beach, under a tree. I got a feeling there's a miracle due, gonna come true, coming to me. Could it be? Yes, it could. Something's coming, something good. If I can wait, something's coming. I don't know what it is, but it is gonna be great. With a click, with a shuck, phone will jingle, door will knock. Open the latch, something's coming. Don't know when, but it's soon. Catch the moon, one-handed catch. Around the corner, are whistling down the river. Come on, deliver to me. Will it be? Yes, it will. Maybe just by holding still, it'll be there. Come on, something, come on in. Don't be shy, meet a guy, pull up a chair. The air is humming, and something great is coming. Who knows? It's only just out of reach, down the block, on a beach. Maybe tonight, maybe tonight, maybe tonight.
I've had so many doubts along the way. Felt like life was just another bill to pay, without anything to show. Now I figured out that every day my fortune's always found within my faith, and all I need is to let it flow. For there's no wall around me, only fear has truly bound me. And all I need is trust, and I am free. I'm sitting on a gold mine. I'm sitting on a gold mine. My treasure has been right here all the time. I'm sitting on a gold mine. Finally, I'm breaking through so many lies. All those people telling me to run and hide from the truth of what I am. But now I'm telling you, the future's bright. Tomorrow shines like diamonds in the sky. And all I needed was to understand that whatever I'm believing, that's what I'm receiving from the riches that reside inside of me. I'm sitting on a gold mine. I'm sitting on a gold mine. My treasure has been right here all the time. I'm sitting on a gold mine. Never listen to the voice that says you better play it safe, that says you don't have any choice, 'cause you're as gifted as an angel, as brilliant as the sun. Say the word and heaven has begun. We're sitting on a gold mine. Sitting on a gold mine.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. It is my joy and pleasure to be here with you on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday. So welcome to Unity San Francisco. This is our virtual service. We are a community that is anchored and grounded in spiritual principles that align us with that which is at the very heart of our being. We understand that each of us are divine beings and that we are here to be love, to show up in time and space for each other and for ourselves as deep, deep compassion. So it is with such an open heart that I welcome you to our service this morning. Oh, and by the way, I'm Reverend Deanne Morency. I'm the Associate Minister here at Unity San Francisco. We here at Unity believe in the power of affirmations. We believe in our capacity as divine beings to name, to claim, to activate within ourselves the divinity that we actually are in time and in space. And one of the most powerful tools that we have is the power of an affirmation. So I have an affirmation that we're going to start service off with. I will say it once, and then I will invite you to repeat it after me. I am infinitely and abundantly supported. Can we please know this together? I am infinitely and abundantly supported. And so it is. So right now, I'm going to invite our very own Misa Malone to come on up here and to join me on platform. For our opening song, our opening chant, I Am Light, I invite you to settle back and allow these words to become your words.
I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I am not the things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. Light. I'm not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dreams I've left behind. I am light. Light. I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside. All light. Light. I am divinity defined. I am God on the inside. I am a star shining peace over it all. Light.
And so we breathe into this space, this place in our awareness. that is light, that is love, that is grace, that is joy, that is the very center of all beingness, at the very center of our beingness. Oh, how good it is to take this moment to be still and know the very truth of who I am, of who each of us are. I am light. You are light. We are light. Light that transcends any seeming distance. This place, this space in consciousness. How grateful I am for the opportunity to be still and know. And so it is. Amen. Ashe. Thank you, everyone. It is my pleasure in this moment to invite Tyler to join me on platform. He is here to be platform assistant today. Tyler.
Thank you, Deanne. Thank you, everyone, for being here with us and celebrating here at Unity San Francisco. One of the anchoring foundational concepts that we have is not only prayer, but it is affirmative prayer. I serve as one of the prayer chaplains, but if you would like a prayer request, please go to our website and let us know what you would like prayer support for. It is our honor and our privilege to hold and know the truth, not only for you, but with you. So please fill out a prayer request. Also, I'd like to draw your attention to the Spiritual Connection card. Please fill out the Spiritual Connection card. Let us know who you are and how you find out about us. If you're viewing through our interactive website, just below the live stream video, there's a button for Spiritual Connection card. But also you can follow the link in the chat room for either YouTube or Facebook Live. Let us know how you found out about Unity San Francisco. But during this connection card moment, very importantly, if you are a first-time guest, please let us know. We'd love to send you a gift, a little token of our love and appreciation within the connection card. Just mark and let us know that you're a first-time guest. Thank you for being with us. Also, another spiritual practice that we'd love to do is to raise our voice in song. And so even in your home, if you're willing and able, please stand. Fill the lungs with air. Prepare yourself as we sing together with faith and power. Let's sing with Misa Malone this wonderful song, Rise Up.
You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we're gonna walk it out and move mountains. We're gonna walk it out and move mountains. And you'll rise up, you'll rise like the day, you'll rise up, you'll rise unafraid, you'll rise up, and you'll do it 1,000 times again. And you'll rise up high like the waves, you'll rise up in spite of the ache, you'll rise up, and you'll do it 1,000 times again. For love, for love, for love, for love. When the silence isn't quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe and you don't feel like trying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet and move mountains. We'll take it to its feet and move mountains. And we'll rise up, we'll rise like the day, we'll rise we'll rise unafraid, we'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up high like the waves, we'll rise up in spite of the ache, we'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. For love, for love, for love, for love. All we need is hope, and for that we have each other. For that we have each other. And we'll rise up. We will rise. We will rise. We will rise. And we'll rise up. Rise like the waves. We'll rise up in spite of the ache. We'll rise up and we'll do it 1,000 times again. For love, for love, for love, for love, for love. For love. We'll rise up.
Thank you so much, Misa. That just landed for me. We are rising up, yes? And we will do it 1,000 times. So it was also just so beautiful and so moving to see all of your faces in the meet and greet. So if you would like to be a part of our virtual meet and greet, we love to include you and to update you and to add faces. So please feel free to send us a video so that we can include it in our next update of that video that we incorporate in our community song. And right now, I am going to turn this back over to Tyler.
Thank you, Deanne. I'm so excited to let you know about the ongoing programming that we have here at Unity San Francisco. One of the very important meetings that we've been having, the next session will be happening for courageous conversations about race. This is a time in which we will meet on Zoom, but we will be deepening our personal racial understanding and consciousness using a protocol that's been around for decades, Courageous Conversations. So to be involved this coming Wednesday the 19th at 6:30 p.m., please go to our website, click and register, and follow the other links for more educational information and to learn about Courageous Conversations. This will be facilitated by our very own, welcome back, Reverend Ken Daigle on Wednesday. Another ongoing group that we have is the Loving What Is practice group. This is also called The Work by Byron Katie. In this process, you are given certain opportunities to let go of some of the judgments that we hold about what simply is going on in our lives. So go to the website, learn more, join us Wednesday, August 26th at 7 p.m. Ongoing every week, we have two different meditations. One is a morning sound meditation on Wednesdays through Sundays with our wonderful Reverend Elizabeth Hager. Go to the website, join us Wednesday through Sunday, 9:45 a.m. And then weekdays at noon, Reverend Deanne is hosting Peace in the Midst. This is at noon on weekdays. Go to the website, click the Zoom link, be sure to join us. I'd like now to offer another affirmation for us today. I'm going to say this once. I invite you to say it with me. I am one with the energizing life of God. Can we know this together?
I am one with the energizing life of God.
And so it is. We are posting our affirmations every day now on Instagram. So follow us on Instagram at Unity San Francisco. So again, let us practice that wonderful human and divine quality of song. Let's listen to Misa Malone singing this wonderful song by Faith Rivera. It is Called to Be.
I am called to be a healer for all humanity. I am called to be a dreamer, believe in what can be. I am called to be a maker, be an instrument of peace. I am called to be a giver, of abundance I'll receive. I am called to be a prayer, living out the truth I see. I am called to be everything. I am called to be. Called to be the glory here on earth so all might see all the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. I am a living, breathing God, and you are one in me. We are called to be. You are called to be a mother, to nurture family. You are called to be a brother, be strength in times of need. You are called to be a neighbor, see a friend in all you meet. You are called to be a leader, to build community. You are called to be a prayer, living out the truth you see. You are called to be everything. You are called to be the glory here on earth so all might see all the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. I am a living, breathing God, and you are one in me. We are called to be. Called to be the kindness, set the broken heart at free. We are called to be forgiveness, where pain has run too deep. We are called to be compassion, be the wind beneath each wing. We are called to make communion, only then can we succeed. We are called to be a prayer, living out the truth we seek. We are called to be everything. We are called to be the glory here on earth so all might see all the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. I am a living, breathing God, and you are one in me. We are called to be. Called to be peace, called to be joy, called to be love, called to be peace, called to be joy, called to be free, called to be peace, called to be joy, called to be love. We are called to be.
We are called to be. Oh, yes, we are called to be the glory that everyone can see. Thank you so much, Misa. Thank you, Faith Rivera, for that beautiful song. And I want to speak to you today, continuing with the topic that I started 2 weeks ago on expanding consciousness. So 2 weeks ago, it was out with the old, and this week we're talking about in with the new. The understanding that they're all part of a regenerative cycle. You cannot have one without the other. And it certainly has been a really powerful week for In With the New. Our very own senator from the great state of California, Kamala Harris, has been nominated as the vice president for the Democratic Party. The first time a black woman, an Indian woman, first time a black and Indian woman has been nominated. And this is a living example of what I have been speaking to. This is the demonstration in time and in space of a new understanding actually showing up, because Kamala didn't just appear yesterday. There has been a lot of work going on in terms of shifting consciousness in order to enable this moment where she could actually stand. The idea became a demonstration. And that is happening on the macro level, certainly all around us right now in our country and on the political and what's going on in our world. And what I want to speak to today is how that operates on the micro, how that's operating within each one of us. So if you remember from last week, I talked about this regenerative cycle. You cannot have, the new without letting go of what was. And so this process of releasing, of being receptive and open, of cultivating a new awareness, which then leads us into a new way of being, and that eventually leads us to a new status quo. And I have to say that I personally am looking forward to the day when having a black woman be a presidential candidate or a vice presidential candidate is the status quo. So I wanted to start today with sharing these two wonderful young men that I found on YouTube. Their subscription, if you subscribe to them on YouTube, and I would suggest it, they're so much fun. It's Twins, the New Trend. And these two young men had decided that their music world was a little small. It was pretty much rap with a little bit of church music thrown in, and they wanted to expand their understanding. So they stepped into what we would call beginner's mind in a really proactive way. So they went on YouTube and said, hey, what should we listen to? What music is out there that we may have never heard before? And people responded, as people do, and told them what music they should listen to. And so their entire channel is filled with them listening to these amazing songs, amazing artists that were, a lot of them big before these two were even born, listening to them for the very first time. And the one I want to share with you right now, a section of it, is the one that went viral this past week, which is them listening for the first time to In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. So as most of us who are old enough can certainly remember, and if you have never heard this song before, you need to go listen to the whole song, because this is just a little snippet of it. But there's this slow burn to this song. So it starts off really sort of slow, and it gently starts to build. And where we're going to drop in and watch these two as they experience this song for the first time is at about the 3-minute mark in the song. And if you do know this song, you know that there is something coming at the end of this song that they have no idea about. So here are Twins, the New Trend.
I remember, don't worry. How could I ever forget the first time?
Okay, family.
The last time we ever met. But I know the reason why you keep your silence up. No, you don't believe.
Yeah. Okay.
The hurt doesn't show, but the pain still
He said, felt like y'all sleeping on me.
Let's
wake him up. Come on, he ain't kept that, bro. Hey, that was cold.
I gotta download this to my phone.
That was cold how you did that. I ain't gonna lie, Phil. You got me on that.
Never seen
you
nobody
got me on
drop,
that one, man.
I ain't never seen nobody drop a beat like 3 minutes in a song.
He dropped the beat at the end of the song, man.
He killed
I'm
it.
dead, bro. But hey, that's funny though.
That was good, man. That's unique.
Most
I ain't never
definitely,
seen
that
it.
is true. I never seen somebody drop a beat at the end of the song, bro.
That's crazy.
But hey, it is what it is.
Let's wake him up.
I have seen that clip. The whole thing, it's totally worth watching the whole thing. There's something about their joy. There's something about the fact that they just are allowing the music to move them. They are allowing themselves to have an experience without having decided ahead of time how it is that they're going to react or how it is that they're going to respond. And it is, I have to admit too, it's a lot of fun to watch them be exposed for the first time to the greats like Freddie Mercury and Annie Lennox, and to watch them experience those singers, Aerosmith and the Rolling Stones, for the very first time. And it's almost like I get to experience it for the very first time. So they're twins. Fred is the one who is quoted as saying, "There's more than just rap out there. There's so much more than I ever thought." And so my invitation to you right now is to just ask yourself to fill in rap with anything that comes to your own mind. There's more than just classical music out there. There's so much more than I ever thought. There's more than just, I know my audience, musical theater out there. More than I ever thought. What is it that you would be willing to stand in that beginner's mind? And what's so beautiful is that while you watch them, they'll just say, "Hey everybody, what is going on with that? I don't know what that means." They have no problem standing in their beginner's mind and allowing for this really beautiful interchange to happen in the comment sections of their YouTube video. And there's something about that that is infectious, because we can see their love of music transcends any of their assumptions about what it is that they would like or not like. So what they are doing, and what the invitation for all of us is that they're cultivating a new awareness. They are choosing in a very specific and pointed way to cultivate a new understanding. For them, it's around music. For you, it could be around anything. It could be around your health. It could be around your relationships. And there are certain elements that you can stand in. They're the principles of cultivating a new awareness. So the first one, which I mentioned, is beginner's mind. Just being willing to come to something as if you don't know it, as if it is a clean slate. And from that space, you free yourself up to actually be in what my Qigong teacher actually calls a state of relaxed intention. So it's not an intention to actually get somewhere specific. It's not an intention to accomplish X, Y, or Z. It's a very relaxed intentionality to be open and receptive and listening to what is authentically arising from within you. And then there is spontaneous actions that arise, like them literally dancing in their chairs. And the third piece is probably the hardest, at least I know it is for me. Underdoing. My Qigong teacher will tell you to 70%. Now, I am somebody who comes at things 125%. So The idea that I am being invited into underdoing, into not doing the full out of what I am capable, that I am being invited into actually doing less than my full capacity, is been challenging and incredibly revelatory, because it's in that space, it's in that 30% that I'm not doing, that all of a sudden I am literally making room for the divinity that I am, for the innate wholeness that I am. You can call it the mystery, you can call it whatever works for you. The divine understanding of yourself gets to burble forth, and you surprise yourself. And you do things and you move in ways that you have never moved before, that you have never spoken in before, that you never would have thought were part of the vocabulary of your life. Because when we're underdoing, we're allowing ourselves to break free from some of that habitual doingness. We already know how to do it that way. What if we opened ourselves up and allowed something else to appear? And yes, there's a vulnerability in that, right? There's a vulnerability in the fact that we don't know, and we can feel a little sort of like, what's going on? I'm not quite sure what's going on. And that it can feel almost like a chasm, because you're moving from what was, and there you don't know what you're stepping into. And so you're invited into this leap. I found this image, which I just love, because I really feel like it speaks to in the undoing is where you create the potential for you to leap into arenas and directions that you never even thought were possible before. And this is where new ways of being start to arise within you. This is where you see behavioral changes. This is where you actually see shifts in the external world. So it begins with this internal understanding, and then that then expresses outside of us. And as we are doing this, we are literally rewiring our entire neurological network. So I really want you to think about the fact that our brain doesn't just reside in our skull. Our brain is the neurological network that is our entire body. And that body, mind, wisdom, intelligence, there's so much interaction happening in all of this. And so when we underdo, we are making space for a new way of being to actually show up. And we get to be surprised. Now, in this process of redoing and shifting and becoming something else, there is something that can start to happen. If you remember, I shared last week, 2 weeks ago with my Qigong, that I was experiencing sort of little aches and pains and twitches and twinges as I let go of old habits and as new habits began to step in. And that process in unity is what we call chemicalization. And chemicalization happens when we have a new awareness, a new spiritual understanding is coming online, and it comes in contact with an old understanding, with an old way of being. And when that happens, what we might begin to experience is some sort of dissonance or an unsteadiness. Now, for me, that unsteadiness was literally in my body, right? Heightened emotions. As I would do certain movements in Qigong, I'd find myself bursting into tears. Physical conditions, those aches, those pains. Now, this can be happening if you're having, it doesn't have to be a physical transformation you're in. It could be a mental, an emotional, a spiritual upliftment. Let's say you even start a new job. And as you start that new job and you're invited to expand and to grow into a new understanding of who you are and what your capacities are, you might feel a little dissonance. Well, I used to do that. Well, what do I do now? You might feel a little unsteady, unsure. You might have heightened emotions. And you certainly can develop physical conditions, because remember, we are all one, so there is this beautiful connection and interplay between the brain, neurological system, our body temple, and our understanding of the world. So just as these this process of chemicalization can happen. It doesn't have to happen. In fact, the more you practice this process of releasing and letting go, the less intense and overwhelming I have found the process of chemicalization to be. But as we started by saying that we have this macro experience of bringing in the new, and I wanted to bring it into the micro, well, let's bring it back to the macro, because that type of chemicalization can also be happening on a cultural level. It can be happening on that macro level. And if you think about what's going on in our world right now as we are up-leveling and we have this new consciousness and we have this older understanding, and they are in a mix right now, and we have dissonance, we have unsteadiness, we have heightened emotions, and we certainly have sort of physical expressions to what this we are as a community connected into with this chemicalization. Now, the good news, I love to give the good news. The good news is that the chemicalization process is actually a really good sign, because it means that transformation is happening. And as Misa sang so beautifully in our community song, we get to continually rise up. We get to continually rise up again and again. And each time the needle moves, each time consciousness expands. So my invitation to all of us is to have faith in the process. And what I mean by that is that as I shared my story 2 weeks ago about Doggy, I shared how I saw Doggy, so I was able to let go of my old stuffed animals because I knew what was coming. And that's a lot easier way to let go. But I'm inviting you to not have faith in the Doggy, whatever the Doggy is for you, whatever it is that you think that you want. I'm inviting you to have faith in this process, this regenerative process that is continually calling forth our highest and our best. This regenerative process that we can see all around us in the leaves that fall from the trees and then they bloom again in the spring, to the snake that sheds its skin again and again and again. This is the invitation to have faith in the process itself. And the more you trust this process, the more you say yes to allowing yourself to let go, to be open and receptive, to be willing to stand in beginner's mind and to cultivate a new awareness, to cultivate that capacity by underdoing, by having a very relaxed intention. You don't need to effort. You don't need to push. The divinity that you are is seeking to reveal itself. You just have to get out of the way. And that leads us into a new understanding, which then becomes our status quo. And the cycle begins all over again. That is what I invite you to have faith in. So that when the chemicalization may be stirred up within you or within the world around us, that you can anchor it within the truth that this is a sign of transformation. This is a sign of a new understanding. And that, can we just surrender into that, into our greatest and our highest good? So at this time, let's just take all of this into our time of meditation. I am going to invite Misa to come up and join me on platform, and I'm going to invite her to sing us into this space of surrender, this space of allowing our greatest and highest good to make itself known. Misa?
I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am stronger every moment every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free. As I continue walking in this mystery, I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am grateful every moment, every day. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way, but I can choose to take a higher path each day. And now I know that what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret that held me down. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am stronger every moment, every day.
It's highest good. I will release the fears that block my way. Just breathe into that relaxed intention to allow something to fall away, surrendering into your greatest, highest good in all of its magnificence, in all of its beauty, in all of its love and light. And let us rest here together in this spaciousness, in the silence. And so we breathe into this space as we begin to come back into time and space, anchoring, knowing, breathing and being breathed, that which we are, the truth of who we are, is always seeking to express itself so powerfully, so magnificently. So in this moment, we just surrender into our greatest, highest good. We surrender into the largest understanding of who we are. We surrender with a relaxed intention, no efforting, we're underdoing. We're allowing the divine wisdom that we are to speak in ways that we can understand, new ways, powerful ways. So we breathe deeply and we open our heart in gratitude for this opportunity to be still and know, for this opportunity to quiet the mind and open the heart as we drop into the very truth of our beingness.
I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am kinder every moment, every day, and I'm more loving every moment, every day. I will surrender every moment, every day.
I will surrender every moment, every day. And so it is. Amen. Ashe. And so it is. And so it is. Oh, thank you so much, Misa. Oh, let's seal all of that in with a final affirmation, shall we? So I will say it once and I'll invite you to know it with me. Practicing the presence, I live into my faith. Can we know this together, please? Practicing the presence, I live into my faith. And so it is. Amen. Tyler?
Thank you, Deanne. Thank you, Misa. Here at Unity San Francisco, we ask ourselves every week, is there a way I can set my intention into a spiritual practice from the inspiration of this talk into the week going forward? So we have some suggestions for you as possible spiritual practices. This week, I might choose to open to beginner's mind. I can also choose to cultivate relaxed intentionality. Or this week, I can also choose to activate the principle of 70% underdoing. And finally, I can also notice where I am resisting change. So we invite you to join us in these spiritual practices. You can do so by clicking the button below the live stream video. This button is Spiritual Practices of the Week, if you're viewing through our unitysf.com website, but also you can follow the link in the chat room if you're viewing through YouTube or Facebook Live. Now it's also moving to the time of our giving and receiving. When I know the wholeness, the love, and the abundance that I truly am inside, I then look around to the places where I'm fed and ask myself, do I want to involve or engage into the practice of giving and receiving from that place of love and abundance? So I invite you to do the same. One of the easiest ways is by texting to donate. You can simply text Unity SF to 44321. Follow the prompts, and you'll be able to share your love with us in that way. Another easy way is through our live stream website. You can click Offering and Donations and give in that way, but also throughout the week at any time, just visit our website and click the Donate button. We'd also like to invite one of the members of our board to share why they give to Unity San Francisco. So it is my pleasure to welcome the wonderful Carol Dollahan.
Good morning. When I thought about doing this sharing with you this morning, I very quickly thought about my gratitude for this Sunday service. And I thought about when we were back in March, when we were still on Page Street, and how then, of course, we had no idea of what this would be like, and how we went from that service there to this seemingly seamless service in our homes. And as a board person, I learned over a period of these months of just how much it takes to produce and have this come into our homes the way it does. But I really didn't have a deep understanding. And not to say I do now, but I did go to Page Street a couple of times when this was being produced to have a better feel of what was happening. And I come away with a much higher level of gratitude for what it does take, whether it's Misa with her great voice and the musicians, whether it's Alex, thousands of miles away, working what she does to put the different clips together in a what appears to be a seamless production, or whether it be the reverends with their message and with their great orchestration and their vision of what the service is to be. So I feel so much gratitude for this team that is producing this, directing it, making it happen in our homes each week. So for this reason, I give to Unity San Francisco, and I am so grateful for being here with you. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you, Carol. We have another wonderful opportunity for you to share of your time and your talent as we are preparing our next online auction extravaganza. If you would be interested in wanting to volunteer and support us, we are looking for assistance with administrative input, also with marketing this upcoming fundraiser, and also helping us source donations. If you go to our website, click to sign up, one of our wonderful staff members will be in contact with you for the next steps in the area that you would like to offer your love. In addition, we're seeking online auction items. If you have some beautiful arts and crafts, if you have an online class, or possibly tickets to a virtual concert, let us know. Contact us through the website, and our office staff will be in contact with you for those online auction items. As we practice our giving and receiving, we always anchor this moment with an offering affirmation. So I will say this once, and I invite you to repeat after me. I live an abundant life, giving with joy and receiving with gratitude. Would you know that with me?
I live an abundant life, giving with joy and receiving with gratitude.
And so it is. So let's now sing together with Misa Malone the song by Daniel Nahmad, Grateful.
All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. So I lift up my hands now, and I open my heart, and my gratitude goes out to everything near and far. All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all, for it all.
Oh, thank you so much, Misa. Yes, there is so much to be grateful for. Powerful. So it is now time to bless the children, and I really want us to open our hearts to the children of the world today. We, of course, always hold the children that we are and the children that we may know in our life, but I'm inviting us today to be bigger, to be a larger container, and to hold the children of the world right now, and just seeing the wholeness that they are, the fullness, the divinity that is absolutely present as their life, and that as we know it and see it, it becomes something palpable in time and in space. And so we have an affirmation that we say for our children. I will say it first, and then I will invite you to know it with me. You are God's perfect child. We love you exactly the way you are. Can we please know this together? You are God's perfect child. We love you exactly the way you are. And so it is. Oh, Tyler, here we are.
Another wonderful service.
Thank you so much for being here,
Yes,
as
of
always.
course.
You want to tell us what's going on? You want to
Yes.
start us off?
Yes, we have another wonderful upcoming workshop. This is with one of our licensed Unity teachers, Miss Laura Taylor. This one is called Embody Emotional Freedom and Relax into Inner Presence. Now, in this workshop, she uses the emotional freedom technique. It's been around for 25 years. It's also called tapping, in which we use the meridian points of the body. To tap the body, we are holding a concept that we are letting go of the pain of the past. You tap through the body. And then another statement of knowing the wholeness that we already are from within, and we tap through the body. It's a wonderful way to have a rapid emotional release. It is amazing.
Well, remember I said that, our brain is our whole body. And so what we're doing with the EFT is we are supporting the process of moving us through this process of chemicalization, actually.
Yes.
So it's really powerful. So, and Laura is an incredible teacher, so please do. It closes, right?
Yes, it's already 4 Saturdays. The first one happened yesterday. It was amazing. But then you can still sign up in the second class for the remaining classes on Saturdays.
So you can do that on our website. I am also going to be teaching a class. It's going to be starting September 5th, and it's going to be 8 weeks, running through October 4th. And it's embodied principle, living into truth. My whole thing right now with Laura, so she and I sort of vibe at the same, on the same. Yeah, it's about embodiment. It's like, how do we live this? So how do we get it out of just this idea world, which is wonderful. We have to cognitively understand things, but how do we actually really find a way to own it in a way that it really is ours? And then how do we activate it? So it'll be all about how do we actually have that new understanding, and how do we actually awaken it in time and in space. And upcoming happenings, so this week, Spiritual Salon is coming right after this, so please follow the link on our website. It's an opportunity for us to gather together to actually talk and share and connect. It's really wonderful. And then Reverend Ken will be back. Woo-hoo!
Yes.
He'll be back next week. So he is going to be leading Courageous Conversations on Wednesday evening at 6:30. So it'll be a great way for everyone to say hi to him too. He's been away for over 3 weeks, I think. So thank you, Tyler. Of course. You're a star, and Dean and Ryan and Misa and Katie, and I mean, the list is just. But thank you to all of you who support Unity San Francisco, who are standing with us as we are standing with you, one mind, one heart, one breath, during this time. Just so grateful for you. So this wouldn't be possible without you.
Community.
As well, yes, community. So we have a final closing affirmation. I will say it once, and I invite you to repeat it after me. Receptive to divine wisdom, I fearlessly step into my greatest, highest good. Can we please know this together? Receptive to divine wisdom, I fearlessly step into my greatest, highest good. And so it is.
So it is.
So I am going to invite our very own Misa to come back up here and close us out with True Colors.
You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged, though I realize it's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it all, and the darkness inside you makes you feel so small. But I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful, like a rainbow. Show me a smile then, don't be unhappy. Can't remember when I last saw you laughing. If this world makes you crazy and you've taken all you can bear, you call me up because you know I'll be there. And I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So we're not afraid to let them show our true colors are beautiful.